Hey everyone, I'm John. Welcome to Life Happens, Let's Fix It. Today I've got a broken refrigerator, ice, and water dispenser lever. And I'm going to show you how I fixed mine so you can fix yours too. And I'm going to show you two ways to fix it. The first is a simple, easy, temporary fix while you're waiting on your parts to be delivered. Then I'm going to show you a more permanent fix and exactly which parts to order and how to install them. And you can save a lot of money by not having to call a service repairman. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. First things first, let me show you what broke so you can see if you have a similar situation. So this is the lever. It typically has a stainless steel cover on the front. If you don't have a stainless steel refrigerator, yours will just be plastic, but it won't have these little grooves and holes in it. It'll be more finished looking, but it'll be either white or gray or black, or I think there's a cream colored one as well. But if you have a stainless steel one, I'll put a picture right beside this so you can see what it looks like with the stainless steel decorative piece on the front. But regardless, they're all the same basic shape and plastic piece, and what happens is this post will break off, and I think what happens is this dot here is what engages the switch, and so what happens is I think people push on it too hard and put extra pressure on this joint here, and over time it just gets weak and breaks. So first thing I'm going to show you how to do is do a quick temporary fix. And for the temporary fix, all you'll need is a piece of tape and a wire tie. And I've got a small one here. Any size should work. Basically you just need a little point on the end that'll be used to push the button. And basically it'll do the same thing that this little thing is doing. So basically you want to find a wire tie that has something about the same size as that. Okay, so let me show you that temporary fix, but before we do that you need to get your parts ordered. So let's talk about the different parts you might need. The parts you'll need to order are the new lever for the ice and water dispenser. And like I mentioned before, if you have a stainless steel refrigerator, your part will look like this. And you can just reuse the stainless piece that I'm showing here in the inset. You can also order your part with the new stainless piece if you want to do that. You can order as a combo part, or you can order each piece individually. So whatever you need to do, you can do that, and I'll put the part numbers down in the description. You'll also need this spring. You should be able to reuse the one that you've got, but if you've lost it or can't find it, or if it does happen to be broken, here's the part number for your spring. And just as a suggestion, this would be a great time to order a new water drip cover if you need one. Over time these tend to get water stains and they might be cracked or broken, so go ahead and add that to your order while you're at it. And I'll put those part numbers down in the description below. And just in case I wasn't clear, this is where the water drip cover is located. It just catches any spills or drips from the water dispenser. When your parts arrive, you're ready to do the permanent fix. So grab your parts and these tools and let's get started. All right, first off, I wanted to give you an overview of the assembly from a zoomed out perspective so you can kind of see where the lever fits. And then we'll zoom in with the close-ups to show you in more detail exactly what's going on. It's not quite as simple as just snapping it in, so it does take some explanation. So the first thing is we've got these posts on the left and right of the lever. The lever is the piece I'm holding in my hand. And on the assembly, you can see there's a hole on the left side and another hole on the right side. So far, so good. And there's also the spring, and that's where it gets a little tricky, getting that spring to go in to the right place and installed correctly. So this end has to slip through a little hole, and you can see it's kind of hard to see the hole. I'm going to try and get a better shot later on in the video, but it's not the big hole. There's a small hole, and so there it is inserted into that small hole. Alright, so the first step is to put the spring on like I'm showing you here, and there's a little short end that fits into this little groove on the lever, and the other end has a 90-degree angle on it, so you'll know which one is right. Okay, so once you do that, the trickiest part is getting that spring in here like we showed you before, but this time while it's on the lever. And so I'm going to attempt to show you the best way to do that here. Okay, so here is the best way I know to show you, and I'm going to put it in and take it out a couple times here just to kind of show you the motion. But basically you're tilting this a little bit so the spring doesn't slide off the end of the post, and you're trying to get the spring into its hole at the same time you're putting the post into its hole. And so this is kind of the angle to do that at. And here's trying to show you a couple different angles so you can see what's going on. But the hole for the spring is just big enough for the spring itself. And for the last part, this is pretty easy. The post has got kind of a little angle to it. So all I got to do is just barely move that black plastic down a little bit. At the same time, you push the post in, and it should snap right in there. So don't pull the push too hard. You might break something, but just barely move the black plastic a little bit to the right, and then just snap the post down in there. Here's a close-up of that post so you can see the little slant that I was telling you about. So there you go. That's how you fix your Samsung refrigerator with the broken ice and water dispenser lever. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I learned something along the way. One other thing I would like to point out, I did try fixing the broken lever with some super glue, but it just didn't hold up. The little post that we glued on, just there wasn't enough surface area to get a good glue bond. So you might possibly get that to work as a temporary fix, but I don't think it would hold up very long at all. So go ahead and just order you a new part. They're not that expensive, and you can have it fixed permanently. I've got some other videos on Samsung dishwashers. If you're having issues with your dishwasher, I've got 2 videos that I'll link up in the cards here, and hopefully that'll help you out with those as well. If you like the video, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time on Life Happens, Let's Fix It.